Section 12 of English Synonyms and Antonyms. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Read by Dennis Sayers. English Synonyms and Antonyms by James Champlin Fernald. Babble to because. Babble. Synonyms: blab, blurt, blurt out, cackle, chat, chatter, gabble, gossip, jabber, murmur, palaver, prate, prattle, tattle, twaddle. Most of these words are onomatopoeic. The cackle of a hen, the gabble of a goose, the chatter of a magpie, the babble of a running stream, as applied to human speech, indicate a rapid succession of what are to the listener meaningless sounds. Blab and blurt, commonly blurt out, refer to the letting out of what the lips can no longer keep in. Blab, of a secret. Blurt out, of passionate feeling. To chat is to talk in an easy, pleasant way, not without sense, but without special purpose. Chatting is the practice of adults, prattling that of children. To prate is to talk idly, presumptuously, or foolishly, but not necessarily incoherently. To jabber is to utter a rapid succession of unintelligible sounds, generally more noisy than chattering. To gossip is to talk of petty, personal matters, as for pastime or mischief. To twaddle is to talk feeble nonsense. To murmur is to utter suppressed or even articulate sounds, suggesting the notes of a dove or the sound of a running stream, and is used figuratively of the half of suppressed utterances of affection or pity, or of complaint, resentment, etc. Compare SPEAK. Prepositions: babies babble for the moon. The crowd babbles of a hero. The sick man babbles of home. Banish. Synonyms: ban, discharge, dislodge, dismiss, drive out, eject, evict, exile, expatriate, expel, ostracize, oust. Banish, primarily to put under ban, to compel by authority to leave a place or country, perhaps with restriction to some other place or country. From a country a person may be banished, exiled, or expatriated. Banished from any country where he may happen to be, but expatriated or exiled only from his own. One may expatriate or exile himself. He is banished by others. Banish is a word of wide import. One may banish disturbing thoughts. Care may banish sleep. To expel is to drive out with violence or rudeness, and so often with disgrace. Prepositions: Catiline was banished from Rome. John the Apostle was banished to Patmos. Bank. Synonyms: beach, border, bound, brim, brink, coast, edge, marge, margin, rim, shore, strand. Bank is a general term for the land along the edge of a watercourse. It may also denote a raised portion of the bed of a river, lake, or ocean, as the banks of Newfoundland. A beach is a strip or expanse of incoherent, wave-worn sand, which is often pebbly or full of boulders. We speak of the beach of a lake or ocean. A beach is sometimes found in the bend of a river. Strand is a more poetic term for a wave-washed shore, especially as a place for landing or embarking, as the keel grates on the strand. The whole line of a country or continent that borders the sea is a coast. Shore is any land, whether cliff or sand, or marsh, bordering water. We do not speak of the coast of a river, nor the banks of the ocean, though there may be banks by or under the sea. Edge is the line where land and water meet, as the water's edge. Brink is the place from which one may fall, as the river's brink, the brink of a precipice, the brink of ruin. Banter. Synonyms: badinage, chaff, derision, irony, jeering, mockery, raillery, ridicule, sarcasm, satire. Banter is the touching upon some fault, weakness, or fancied secret of another in a way half to pique and half to please. Badinage is delicate, refined banter. Raillery has more sharpness, but is usually good-humored and well-meant. Irony, the saying one thing that the reverse may be understood, may be either mild or bitter. All the other words have a hostile intent. Ridicule makes a person or thing the subject of contemptuous merriment. Derision seeks to make the object derided seem utterly despicable, to laugh it to scorn. Chaff is the coarse witticism of the streets, perhaps merry, oftener malicious. Jeering is loud, rude ridicule, as of a hostile crowd or mob. Mockery is more studied, and may include mimicry and personal violence, as well as scornful speech. A satire is a formal composition. A sarcasm may be an impromptu sentence. The satire shows up follies to keep people from them. The sarcasm hits them because they are foolish, without inquiring whether it will do good or harm. The satire is plainly uttered, the sarcasm is covert. Barbarous. Synonyms: atrocious, barbarian, barbaric, brutal, cruel, inhuman, merciless, rude, savage, uncivilized, uncouth, untamed. Whatever is not civilized is barbarian. Barbaric indicates rude magnificence, uncultured richness, as barbaric splendor, a barbaric melody. Barbarous refers to the worst side of barbarian life, and to revolting acts, especially of cruelty, such as a civilized man would not be expected to do, as a barbarous deed. We may, however, say barbarous nations, barbarous tribes, without implying anything more than want of civilization and culture. Savage is more distinctly bloodthirsty than barbarous. In this sense we speak of a savage beast, and of barbarous usage. Antonyms: civilized, courtly, cultured, delicate, elegant, graceful, humane, nice, polite, refined, tender, urbane.